Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Beast Kingdom Dynamic Action Heroes DAH 114 Batman 1989 version 1/9 scale action figure. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, lots of yellow and the Batman symbol. At least I think it's yellow. It looks yellow to me. I'm colorblind. Don't make fun of handicapped people. And some tape. Got some tape there. Another Batman symbol right there, which is, you know, the correct one for this Batman. And then you got a nice big window showcasing a nice view of the figure and some of the accessories. The Batman logo. DAH 114 Batman 1989 version Batman 1989 Beast Kingdom DC. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, probably made in China print. Don't give it to kids. Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Some symbols I'm not going to learn. And a lot of other little fine legalese print. On this side, DC, and again that yellow backdrop. Then we've got like the Batman mask, but it's no back in it. And then Batman and a nice silvery chrome outline for the bat, and then filled in for Batman. And his nice Batman symbol there, and it's embossed a little bit. And then right here it says, "Only one will claim the night." And again, it's in that nice chromy silver. And this also is not in the nice chromy silver. 1/9 scale action figure, which I think is 8 inches because of, you know, we've got this symbol, but it says Dynamic Action spelled with an 8 instead of an A. Heroes, so that's what makes me think 1/9 is 8 inches. So that's cool. On this side, pretty much the same as the other side, except it's got this black stripe, and then the lettering is in yellow there, and then black down here. But the rest, like the chromy stuff. Oh, and it does say Batman 1989 in that nice chrome there as well. Then on the back, we've got the Batman logo. We've got black and yellow stripes, and we have, I'm assuming, practical shots of the figure. They're in some different action poses. We've got some logos right here. We got a Beast Kingdom hologram sticker right there, a barcode, Beast Kingdom DC print, Warner Brothers print, and small fine legalese print right there. And that, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And his accessories include a plethora of hands, which we'll start taking a look at. Thanks to handy dandy tweezers here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra sets of hands. So 7 sets of hands total. And first up, we have these kind of grippy hands. And they have nice molded details. All molded in black plastic, it looks like. Lots of details. Wrinkles and stuff there for the gloves, and there's a left and right for each of these. And as you can see, they do have a port in the hands, meaning that the post is on the figure, and it's actually like a ball hinge, like import figures, which I guess this is an import figure, and McFarlane Toys. And so here's a kind of splayed open hand, and again, nice molded details. and molded in black plastic. Alright. The next set of hands is kind of a trigger finger hand, I guess. Maybe this is for the grapple gun. Where'd the other one go? There it is. And then here's kind of a more trigger fingery hand, I guess. And again, a left and a right. It's kind of a more splayed open type hand. Don't come closer, I don't really want to hit you. Yeah, come on closer, I really want to hit you. Hand, I guess. 'Cause I'm Batman. So, nice array of hands. And then some grip hands, more traditional type. And it's got a little gap in the fingers right here. So very nice sets of hands. The other accessories include his batarang with a bit of a string on it, and it's posable wire. So that's nice. It just would have been nicer to have like enough to do something with it. It does have nice molded details. It's got some nice silver paint apps on the tips. And just overall, it's cool looking. It looks practically like the one from the movie, at least as far as I can remember. It's been a couple of years or so since I've seen it, I think. So here we have his shuriken. It's got some gold in the middle. It's got some nice silver paint app for the rest of it. It's the same on both sides. And there are 3 of these in total. And they're all the same. There's that. Finally, we have his grapple gun. And it does have some nice molded details in it. It might actually be 2 pieces. And if it is, they're glued together. It probably is 2 pieces. Got some nice silver paint app here. And a nice gold or bronze here. Maybe copper. Did that come out? Nope. And let's see, which hand does it fit in best? Probably this one, or maybe not. Oh, it is 2 pieces. How about that? Or I just broke it. Well, it goes right on back together and stays. So that looks like maybe it's the hand it's supposed to go with, because this one, no. Yeah, I think that's the one it goes with. unless it's this one. Yeah. Well, that one will hold it, but it's not the greatest, so. This trigger finger hand is the one for that. And I'm sure there's a hand to hold each of the different types of accessories, but I'm not going to go through all that. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. Raise the camera up just a little bit. And the ears kind of go in, and I don't know if that is the mold, if that's screen accurate. I don't remember it being screen accurate. It could be, though. I honestly didn't pay that much of attention to it. I thought they were straight, but they could be curved. So if they're curved, then it's like it's supposed to be. If not, then it probably happened in the packaging. But I think that's the way the mold's supposed to be, because I did heat them up to see if they would straighten up on their own, and they do not. So I will have to say, I do like the likeness on this. It's very, very Keaton. At least Keaton Batman. It's got some nice paint for the lips. It's got a nice, I don't know what they use for the eyes. It's probably paint. And they look mostly straight. Now the face piece there seems like it's a separate piece that's glued in. So that's cool. Then we've got the nice bat logo here. You can see there's a little bit of paint slop on it, but not very much, so it's not bad. And I do like the textural detail in the cowl. It very much reminds me of the movie, and that same texture is in the chest, and not so much in the arms. The arms, well, this part of the arm, this part kind of has more of that rubbery look, like it did in the movie, kind of like the legs, but the legs kind of have that detail to match as well. And then some nice detail here for the shin guards of the boots, and down here as well. Nice sculpted detail here for the abs, just like they did for the movie. And the belt, utility belt, looks really, really good. He's got the spiky things on his arm along with a guard there. Now, a piece of the costume we didn't get to see much is the back. So there's, I'm guessing, what it might have looked like. And as you can see, import figure, so it does have those nice import type joints. The cape is not pleathery. It is a nice, like, satiny fabric, and it is wired for posability, so I really like that. Now let's talk about his articulation. And at the head, there's no neck articulation, just like in the movie. Now it will adjust a little bit left and right, but it doesn't have much movement in all, and that's fine. I don't mind that because it is accurate to the film. Now the shoulder here, it's pinned in, and it goes, it'll move back that far, it'll move forward that far, but it also moves up and down a little bit. So there is that. And then at the shoulder, he can raise his arm up a slightly better than 90 degrees. It looks like he does get a 360 degree rotation there, cut at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. Again, that elbow is a double hinged pinless import joint, and it will give you that much bend, which is really good. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist, and again, like I mentioned earlier, it's on that ball hinge, so it can be up and down or in and out or anywhere in between. Like this side is, it was set to up and down, but it's in and out too. So he's got a cut here at the torso. There's also a cut at the waist. They're both on half dumbbells or ball joints, whatever you want to call them. So on the upper one, There's not, well, I say there's not. So if he leans forward a little bit, he gets a little more twist out of it. I don't know that I want to force it to go all the way around, but as you can see, so there is that. It will turn that way, although that's probably more movement than Michael Keaton got in the costume. So it feels like it'll go about that far without things starting to pop off. It is a little bit loose there. At the waist, it wants to go about that far and no farther. Again, probably more movement than Keaton actually got in the costume. But with those, both of those working in conjunction, he can lean left and he can lean right. He can lean back that far and forward that far. So that's not a bad range in there. So at the hips, he does have pull down joints, so that's really good, and he will give you that much of the splits. And you can see how those, like it's a ball that comes out from the hip piece, and there's several cups in the legs as to where it goes. He can kick forward that far, and that's with a little bit of outswing. Back, it's a lot of outswing, and it would, you know, it can go all the way around. So there is that. There is no cut in the thigh, but at that ball joint in the hip, it does get a little bit of rotation there, so that's nice. As I mentioned earlier, double hinged pinless knee on that import style joint, and it gives you that much bend, which is good. Nothing in the shin. The feet, like most import or McFarlane style figures, is a ball joint that, I say ball joint, it's a ball hinge that plugs in to the bottom of the leg. So it does twist around 360 degrees. It gives you that much down tilt. It gives you that much up tilt, which isn't a lot, but that's because of this boot piece right here. So that's okay. He does have toe tilt, and it will give you that much. And it does have rocker. And like I said, on that ball joint, you can, I guess, well, not like the hands, you can't really move it around, but it's got plenty of rocker right there, and that toe tilt's pretty damn cool too for this figure. So there you have it, my friends. A look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Beast Kingdom Dynamic Action Heroes DAH 114 Batman 1989 version 1/9 scale action figure with the Amazon exclusive DC Multiverse Batman 1989 Batman figure that came with the Batmobile, and the DC Multiverse 1989 Joker. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Beast Kingdom Dynamic Action Heroes DAH 114 Batman 1989 version 1/9 scale action figure, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for another 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final ramblings on the Beast Kingdom Dynamic Action Heroes DAH 114 Batman 1989 version 1/9 scale action figure, well, I will say 1/9 scale is a little bit out of my I won't necessarily say comfort zone, but my usual collecting habits. McFarlane's are 1/10 scale at 7 inches, so 1/9 must be 8 inches, or 8 inches or 8-inch scale. And that's okay. It's a little bit big for what I normally collect, so it doesn't really fit in with anything else. Maybe that NECA Michael Myers he can punch the crap out of, that I've got the clothed one. I think it's an 8-inch scale, so at least I got one guy he can fight. Generally, this would be a pass for me at the usual price that I see it for, which is about 56, 55, 56 bucks at online places. But I found this in the Walmart electronics section of all places, which of course is collectible, so it would be in electronics. That's not what I mean. It's just Walmart of all places. I find this, and at about 38 bucks compared to when I see it everywhere else, it's 55, 56. And that's just like what they're retailing it for, not secondary market prices. I have no idea what this goes for on secondary markets, if it even goes on secondary markets. But along with this one, I don't know if there's a Batman Returns version in this line as well, but they did also have the Kilmer Batman and the Clooney Batmans. Maybe there was 2 of Clooney, because who wants that? Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there that likes Batman and Robin. It's not me. I don't. It's an okay movie. It's not. No, it's not an okay movie. It's really, really bad movie. And Clooney, to me, is probably like the worst casting for Batman that was ever conceived. But that's my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. 1989 Keaton Batman, of course, is my Batman. But, well, I won't say he's my only Batman, but, out of that set of movies, he's my Batman. And we'll leave it there. I like the cape. I like the wire in the cape. The range of movement on it is pretty good for the most part. Now the head doesn't move much, and that's okay, because Keaton didn't get much head movement in the 89 Batsuit. In fact, they really didn't get any real good head movement in the movies until The Dark Knight. So there is that. So that's, and that's okay. They give him more freedom of movement throughout the rest of the figure, though. I would like to have seen like the cut at the waist go all the way around, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Between what you get at the waist and what you get at that upper chest cut is probably a hell of a lot more than Keaton got wearing this suit. I like the yellows on the blacks. I like the texture in the mold for the suit. The cape is rather satiny compared to what it would have been in the movie, where the movie it would have had a more leathery look, but that's okay. I think, if you're not right up on top of it, it doesn't really get that satiny look. But I'm glad that's the material they went with, rather than a pleathery material that over time is going to crumble to dust. I don't know how this would compare up to, who was it, the Mezco one? that was the solid rubber body with the wire frame. I think it was them. So I don't have that one, so I don't know how it really compares up to that one. I will say I do think this is better than the DC Multiverse McFarlane Batmans, although they're not super bad. I mean, they are what they are. It's what you expect to have out of a DC McFarlane DC Multiverse figure, and you know, it's okay. But I think this is a much better figure than those. But of course, it's got a whole inch more to work with, you know, scale wise, than those do. I like the accessories. You know, I would have liked to have seen it come with something like the attachment where he puts his hand out and that piece extends out and he hit the guy that had all the swords. I say all the swords, he had 2 swords in the movie. I would have liked to have seen something to, you know, kind of do that with, but he comes with the real, you know, I guess I would say the basic stuff. He comes with his grapple gun, he comes with the batarang, and it was a nice touch for them to put a wired line on the batarang. It's just not long enough to do anything with. And then the 3 shuriken, why it's 3, I don't know. Maybe it was for piece count. And then, you know, almost every hand you can imagine this Batman needing, it came with a set of those hands, except for maybe like the flat hand. But it didn't come with that extendable piece that comes out of his arm for that hand. So I guess that's a moot point. But what I'm trying to say is I like this figure. You know, I wish it was more in line with the scale that I collected. I really picked this up just because I was curious about it and the good price that Walmart had on it. And, you know, it's comparable in price to what they're selling, like the SH Figure Arts assortments that they get over there of Dragon Ball Z and, is it One Piece? I don't know. So like $38. And with this, you're actually, you know, it's a bigger figure, so I guess you're getting more for your money. And again, overall, I like this. I don't know that this is something that I would, a line that I would get totally into, although it does make their Alex Ross style Batman feel like it would be a lot more appealing. But this is probably the only figure out of this line that I'm going to look at. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.